What is up, guys? It's your boy Nick Torius back again with another video. Alright. Just listener. Right? That's what we're gonna talk about today. It's pouring, it's raining, it's pouring, the old man is snoring. But yeah, let's get into it. Oh wait, no. Like the video, subscribe if you're new, comment what you think about the video, and then let's get into it. Boom! Alright, so just listen to her, right? What's the point of this video? A lot of dudes, they be talking to girls, right? And when they're talking to their girl, that's what they be doing. They be talking, right? They be like, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, nigga, shut the fuck up, right? Like when it comes to girls, the best thing you could do is always shut up, right? I always recommend dudes to become spiritual, right? Because once you go through because honestly, I feel like the biggest problems that dudes have with girls is that they're not in touch with their spirituality. Because once I started getting in touch with my spirituality, I started understanding what, like how the dynamics between men and women really are, right? Like before, don't get me wrong, like, I was getting a lot of girls when I wasn't spiritual, right? Like I was always around like feminine energy and like smashing a bunch of girls, whatever. But truly, like after going on my spiritual journey and my spiritual exploration, I really understand girls, like women and men, a lot more. Like especially after reading David Data's The Way to Superior Man. It really opened my eyes to that, right? It really opened my eyes to like, okay, that's what you got to do, right? When a girl is talking to you, right? All you got to do, here's the cheat code, right? The cheat code is just imagine that you're a tree, right? That's why our dicks are hard. That's why they call it wood, right? Like it's, oh, I get morning wood, because you're supposed to be a tree. You know, like when people say like, oh, this girl, oh, you're talking to a tree. Like people talk to trees. Like honestly, if you want to get all your shit out of you, just talk to a tree. A tree will always listen, right? You got to be a tree. You got to be a rock, right? When they say, oh, you got to be a rock, that means that you just got to be there and then listen to her, right? Like you just got to sit down, listen to what the fuck she's saying, right? That's it. You don't got to tell her nothing. You don't got to tell her no fucking stories, right? Like I made a video talking about why I don't like pickup artists. And it's funny because pickup artists will tell you like, oh, say this, say that, say this, say that. And a lot of times we don't know what to say to the girl. But honestly, the only thing to say to a girl really is just lead her. All you gotta do, you gotta make the first move, right? Like you have to say the first thing. But that thing is like the hook. It's like fishing, right? When you're fishing, you have to get the rod, you have to get the bait, you have to get the hook, you have to go out to sea or to wherever you gotta go. You gotta do all these things, right? And then once you cast the line, all you gotta do is wait. That's it, just wait. Your job is done. Your job is wait. Then after you're done waiting, eventually a fish will bite on, right? Because the waiting is the most important part, right? Like a lot of times you'll hear dudes say like, oh, I love fishing because fishing, all you do is you just wait in silence, right? It's just, you're just silent. You're with other men in silence for hours until you catch a fish, right? Like if you watch King of the Hill, you'll understand this. You just wait in silence, right? You're just waiting for the fish, until, oh shit, you reel that bitch in, right? You reel in the fish, and then you take it home and eat it, right? It's basically what you're doing with women. You have to, when you figure out, oh, what should I say? You got to figure out, how can I get her to talk, right? How can I get her to speak about things that she wants to talk about? Because once you got her talking, all you got to do is just meditate. Like for me, all I do is meditate. I just be like listening, right? You just listen to what she said. Like use your ears. God gave you 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. You get to listen, right? Just, Don't try to fix her problems. Don't interrupt her. Don't do nothing. You just let her go. Just try your best to shut the fuck up, right? Just let her, because she has, like, you just gotta imagine that she has something in her stomach, right? She has something in her stomach and she's trying to get it out, right? So you just, the more you let her talk, the higher it comes out. The higher it comes out. It comes, and you're just like, yeah, oh, bro, what? Right? You just say things like that. You don't even, sometimes you don't even gotta say nothing, right? You just let that thing like, it's coming up, it's just coming up, and then, and all of a sudden, something blobs out, and it's the fish, right? Once it's basically just her feeling comfortable with you, right? That's basically all it is. It's just her feeling comfortable, because she's not gonna get to that point where she vomits until she's comfortable with you, right? So you just let her talk, keep letting her talk, keep letting her go, don't interrupt her, and just let her speak. Don't say nothing, right? Just don't say nothing. You just gotta be like, You don't gotta say no stories. You don't gotta say nothing. Like, obviously, sometimes you gotta, but the best thing to do is just let her speak, right? Just let her shit out. It's like sex, right? Because I was thinking about it. It's like when you're having sex with, like, a lot of things that you can, like, that you want to learn about women, you can observe through having sex, right? Like, even if you're just smashing like fat girls or whatever, or like ugly girls, try to learn as much as you can, because when you are, let's say that a girl's on top of you, right? Like, if she's on top of you, the only thing you gotta do is just lay there, right? You just gotta lay there and let her do her thing. Like, let her bounce on you, let her ride you, let her go crazy. You just let her go crazy on you, right? It's the same thing as listening. It's the same thing as listening to her. You're just sitting there, not doing nothing really. Because before, when I first started having sex, I would, like, try to go with her motions and shit, like, oh yeah, right? But then I realized, like, okay, that's not the right thing to do. All you gotta do is just be the rock for her to sit. Like, that's why girls have vibrators. Like, you don't see, like dildos, right? Like the dicks. When a girl has a dildo, you don't see the dildo like going all over the place. No, a girl just takes the dildo and she just puts it down on the floor, and then she bounces on it, right? The dildo is secure, not insecure. The dildo is secure on the floor, and then she's just riding on it, right? She's just riding on the dildo, and that's what you got to do. You just be secure in yourself. Don't, because insecure people, they got to speak all the time, right? Like, if you're ever in a quiet area and someone's always talking, then that means that they're insecure, right? And I learned that, like, I had to learn that, but it's the truth. But yeah, with that being said, I'm ending the video here. Just listen to the girl. Just imagine you're a tree and just let her talk, right? Just always let her talk. Subscribe if you're new. Oh yeah, also, don't try to fix her problems. She don't want you to fix her problems. She just wants you to listen. She just wants someone to complain to, right? Just let her get all her complaints out. Because imagine she has a whole bunch of complaints, and then her femininity is under the complaints. You got to get rid of the complaints, and then her femininity will be the only thing left, because all her complaints are out of her, right? So get those complaints out of her, and then let her femininity flourish. Like the video, get this video to 20K likes. Subscribe if you're new. Comment below what you think about the video. If you have any questions, just DM me at Torius on 6 Feet Interviews on my Instagram. That being said, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.